Alright, so the reason being why I want to go in and start making videos, got 3 cars actually that I do work on all the time, pretty much any days that I could get off and spend some time working on them. I'll show you which cars they are, but mainly I want to do it for the Celica that I'm trying to build, but I also do work on, I'll show you the cars now. Got a 1989 Honda CRX. Basically it is my first car. It'd be my first car, end up turning into a track car. So cage in it right now. I do need to put in a different catch can. Basically my other catch can is filling up pretty quickly. I do have a Jaguar back here XF, which I'm actually going to work on today. It is a 12 XF V8, but it's telling me I need pads. The actual vehicle tells me that. And lastly, of course, the primary vehicle is going to be the Celica. I got the wheel off in this little area, and pad life in there. I'm not sure if you can see it. This piece here is the rotor. You can still see pad material in there. So that's the rotor. That's the pad. And it has a good, at least, I'd say about 4 or 5 millimeters in there. Alright, so I just fired up my car so you can kind of see what I'm talking about as it goes for this light I get on the dash here. So I'll show you that right now. So this is the indication light that tells me that I need brake pads. So like I said, I'm not sure if it's because of the sensor or if it's just the brake fluid that may be low, that it may be reading, telling me why I need them. It off, the caliper at least, they holds on by these 215 millimeters. They're pink. I'm not sure if that's just an indication of where they just go, or if that may be some kind of Loctite that maybe they use from the manufacturer. But again, the pads do look fine. I don't think I am going to do the front here. But the pad material itself, like I mentioned, still looks good. They're probably about a 5 millimeter there. Again, I'm just guessing here. Yeah, I could probably call the dealer, see why the light's on, but again, a good indication. If it's a dummy light and it says needs brakes, it's probably because of the pads or the fluid itself. So I don't think I'm going to do the fronts. I am probably going to do the rears today, so I'm going to pull it off. But it is getting hot out here. Alright, so I just took it off. Show you the pads right now. So the pad life, again, these are new, so they're probably, I'd say about 10 millimeters, maybe 11. But if you can see the outer pad, it's about 2 millimeters here. But what's so weird is that the inner pad is actually a little thicker. And then again, here's a sensor that shows the indication of where it's at. So, yeah, puts them in. Right, so it looks like I ran into my first snag here. So none of these piston compressors with these little dowels that point out fit in here to twist it. So what I'm going to do is actually probably make one of these dowels with probably a socket and a washer and a couple dowels I could weld on the back end. So I am going to make that so I could do this. So here is a 14 millimeter, because I have like 10 of these lying around. I'm going to use that, weld it to this washer here, drill holes through the washer first, weld an Allen key through this, so this would fit right in here perfectly, and cut this Allen key up so it would fit right in here. You can see that, and I should be able to get that off. So how this would work, it would actually compress and twist at the same time, compressing this piston, which would allow it to protrude back in. The way I measure that is actually these two little dowel pins, or that actually poke out of the pad. This is actually the outer pad, is the same exact diameter of where it needs to be located. So it's going to be pretty close where I need to drill the holes to, so I can weld these pins out and then weld them together. So I am going to make that right now. Okay, so I lined it up here, kind of put some markings with a Sharpie. Got my Allen key set up right up on here so I can cut it, and I'm going to start getting to work. Alright, so the way I got it set up is actually on a vise. I put the two pieces of the Allen, kind of put them in place, at least it would hold it, so I could tack it and weld it up. So I just finished welding it. Gotta let it cool off now. There we are. The fitment. That goes in. Just pull it out. See how it fits. Okay, looks okay. Probably gotta pull those, clean the tabs off. Looks a little messed up. Done. Cleaned off the edges. See if it fits. And it fits. So now I can compress. I got it all set up now. So you can see it actually works. Compresses. Piston. Allows it to enter. So alright, so I took the rotor off because it just makes it much easier. I'm now doing the driver's side, just compressing it. So you can see how it just spins that piston. And you gotta clock this here so it puts more pressure on the actual caliper to push this in that way. So we are spinning the piston. It looks like it just bottomed out, meaning I can no longer compress it and you don't want to force it there, otherwise you may break something. So let me put the pads in this one and put the rotor back on, get it back. If you are ever doing brakes on the actual sliding pin here, make sure you re-grease it just to allow the piston or the actual caliper to move as it starts to wear. Otherwise you could actually get caught up and cause the pads to wear unevenly. Alright, so first thing you want to do is pump your brakes a couple times before starting the car, because the pedal is going to compress pretty far down and you got to get it that feel to where you think it's good. So it's good now. I just got to clean up, just took a shower, kind of refreshing me up so I could actually get back to cleaning. So I got to clean up the garage, and tomorrow I will start a new video here on the CRX. I got to do, like I said, a catch can. I got to redo and build. Basically it's filling up with oil a little too quick, more than I'm comfortable with, so it starts to fill up the tank and I don't want to put oil on the track. So I'm going to do that. So till then, let me know what you guys think, and thanks again for watching.